this is Pastor Josh. Welcome to Friday Chat. This is a weekly video that is prepared for parents of teens, and really I just like going over things that are happening in our culture, things that are impacting your teen. So I want to kick it off with something a little bit lighthearted. We'll get to what's going on in our culture with riots and protests and injustice in a minute. But I want to tell you that, first of all, TikTok is no longer number one. There's a new app, Zyn, Z-Y-N-N, that has topped the charts this week. And the reason it's so popular is because it actually pays its users for referring friends and watching videos. So if you have your choice between using one app that doesn't pay you and another app that does pay you, that's why Zyn is more popular. Second, they use something called intermittent variable rewards, much like slot machines. So they're not the first social media to use this, but they're the first one to combine it with money. So you can be watching videos and you'll hit a random video and you get more points. And so you're wondering, like, okay, is this next video the jackpot? So you keep watching, it becomes addictive. So don't be surprised if your teen asks for this app soon or already has it. In the world of music, there's a new video out by Ariana Grande, Lady Gaga. It hit number one on the Billboard Hot 100 chart this week. It's called Rain on Me. It's a very catchy song. Audio-wise, it's really catchy. But the video is a little bit disconcerting. There are knives falling from the sky. There's a lot of BDSM attire. If you don't know what that is, I'll let you figure that out. There's a lot of white eyeliner. And the song is part of Lady Gaga's new record, Chromatica, which was released May 29th. It created a lot of buzz online. So chances are your student has seen this video already. And here's something about the lyrics. The lyrics are pretty tame. They really don't appear to mean anything. There are a lot of platitudes and a lot of just cliche. But there's one significant lyric that can help you have a conversation with your student. Ariana Grande sings that she's, quote, living in a world where no one's innocent, end quote. I mean, that's a great chance to jump off in a conversation about sin and innocence and fall and see how the Bible lays out that. So that's a hidden Easter egg there in the song for you to have a conversation with your teen. You can also ask your student, hey, are there other songs that really bring clarity and deeper truth? Maybe something they've heard, something in a Spotify playlist. So talk to them about that. But now for the elephant in the room. It's Blackout Tuesday. I've seen the posts from teens on Instagram, and a lot of teens put the black squares there. You saw that somewhat on Facebook, but really on Instagram and some other social media, it became a big movement. Well, here's how it started. It started as a movement called #The Show Must Be Paused. It was created by two black music industry executives to encourage those in industry to intentionally disrupt the work week and to really use this pause as a time to reflect on our situation, to have deep conversations and talk about what actions need to happen in the black community. Well, somehow it morphed into people simply posting black squares with hashtags like Black Lives Matter, #Blackout Tuesday, then committing to being silent on social media so they could listen and reflect. Well, activists, the ones who originally started this and really wanted the conversation to happen, fought against this, and they said those silent squares really stopped conversation that was necessary. They drowned out information, so they're asking people to stop posting them. So I don't know if you posted it, your team posted it, whatever was happening online, most likely your student cares about this movement, especially if they posted something related to Black Lives Matter, injustice. Chances are they really care about what's going on. They want to see things change. So I want you to stop and I don't know where you are on the whole spectrum of what's happening, but think about your student. They're part of Generation Z. And in one study done by marketing strategist YPulse says this: 55% of Gen Z and millennials claim to have participated in Black Lives Matter's protests or awareness efforts. Right? That's over half. That's a lot. So it implies that young people's support for the BLM movement isn't going away anytime soon, even after this moment of protest passes. So again, I don't know where you fall, but regardless of where you fall on where you see the tactics of what's being done, the importance of the mission, racial reconciliation, just stop and realize that your student probably cares deeply about this. It's a generation of activists. So read the parable of the Good Samaritan together. That's found in Luke chapter 10, verses 25 through 37, and discuss if that provides a mandate for how to address power indifferences, imbalances, and racial injustice. Stop. Talk to your teen about the Good Samaritan and how it impacts our relationships with people of other races and ethnicities. And just a pastoral note, there are lots of resources out there right now that everybody's saying, oh, you should read this to get a view of racial injustice. The Bible is sufficient, and I don't want to discount all those other things. If you follow what I'm doing, if you look in my office, you know that I read a lot. So I'm not discounting other books, but the Bible, the parable of the Good Samaritan, Ephesians chapter 2, starting with verse 11, Galatians 3:28, the Bible itself provides a framework where we are all equal. We're made in the image of God, and no race, no ethnicity is more important than another. So read Parable of the Good Samaritan with them. But if you need help on figuring out, like, okay, I read the Bible, I'm not quite getting it myself. If you need a resource, check out Redeemer Presbyterian. They're out of New York. It's Tim Keller's church. Well, he's retired now, but Tim Keller and John Piper are also featured on the page. There are a lot of resources on what the Bible says, what God says about race. So I will link to that for you below, and you can check that out. But whatever it takes, have the conversation with your teen. Don't just think they'll figure this out for themselves. And even if you aren't an activist about this, chances are your teen is. They need to see what God has to say about this. So if you need any help talking about this, if you need more resources, please contact me. I'd love to help you out. You can email me at nextgen@smithfieldbaptist.org, or call me or text me. I'd love to help you out, because this is an important time. Our kids need to see that the Bible, that God speaks to issues of our day, and what He has spoken is true and relevant for our lifetime. Well, thanks for joining me for Friday Chat. Until next time, love God, love life, love others.